Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Over at Ducati again. Got the keys for an absolutely cracking bike here. Really looking forward to this one. I'm always looking forward to them, but this one's a little bit different for me because I'm going to be riding a Ducati SuperSport S. First impressions of this, absolutely sweet. And let's be honest, from a distance, would you not know that it's not one of the most expensive Panigales? I don't think you would. That looks amazing. It's making my red hat look pink. So this is the SuperSport S model. It comes with a few tricks on it. Now the base model is going to set you about 13,000. This one here, 14,895 quid. A few pound in it. Nicer guys over at Ducati Nottingham, if you pop in, they'll chuck in a free baseball cap, I'm sure. If you want to go out on a test ride, pop by, come and ask them if you can have a go at this, because this is their demonstrator. So with this being the SuperSport S, it comes with a few little tricks on it. It's going to cost you about £1.5 more than the standard model, but really, it's worth it. If you're going to go all out with Ducati, go all out. I'm really looking forward to this one. So without any further ado, I'm going to kit up, get out on road, because talking about bikes isn't the same as riding them, is it? Like to start within the 10-15 minutes of riding it, just to give you the initial impressions, and I have to say first impressions are absolutely stonking. It is a neck snappingly cool. I've just rode through Nottingham. I've just picked it up from Ducati Nottingham, as you know, and the amount of people stopping and looking at this bike is well up there, and the reason being is it's so distinctive. So it's got that headlight, it's got indicators that are flashing and all Audi, so, but more importantly it's that bright red along with that cool sound that's been given from the Akrapovic exhaust. As the rider, I have to say the handling is next level. It's comfortable, aided by the fact that it's got bar risers on it as standard, and also Pirelli Diablo tyres are brilliant. Really impressed. Looking forward to spending more time with this bike. Anyway, less talking, more riding. Here we go then. I've just been riding the SuperSport 950 for the last couple of hours, and I am seriously impressed. This bike's going to set you back about £14,000 in the UK, but deals are constantly changing, so you need to be on the website, have a look what deals are out there. So what do you get for your money? Well, with this being the SuperSport S, it means you get Olin suspension, you get digital indicators on the back, you get a tail tidy on the back, and you get a seat cowl. So for about 1,500 quid over the base model, for me it's worth it, if only for that suspension, because it is adjustable, and it means if you want to tweak your ride, make it specific to you as the rider, you can do. As you can see, it's got quite a nice neutral riding position. Yes, it looks like a Panigale, but I can assure you the riding position is very much VFR 800, that was a mouthful, riding position. So it's really quite comfortable, but to the untrained eye, you'll say that's a Panigale V4, aided by the fact it's got these beautiful LED lights on the front, and I'll go into them in a minute. What's you got for your power? It's got about 108 brake horsepower. Now that's down slightly according to the statistics on the Euro 4, because this is now the Euro 5. However, a few brake horsepower here and there, I certainly won't notice. Will you notice? I don't know what your quality of rider is, but I don't, and I've ridden the other one as well. Makes 69 pound-foot of torque, so it's got a nice little number. That's at 9,500 revs. With it being a V-twin, power's right at the top, but I tell you what, the fueling on this is lovely and smooth. Anyway, there's the numbers. Oh, I haven't spoke about the weight. About 210 kilos. Apparently, that's curb weight, so that's with it wet. And you know what? It's such a low bike, you really don't notice that weight. Better get this over to Big John Hunter. Wonder what he's going to look like on this. Another Donkey Kong? maybe. So we've just arrived at Big John's, going to get his first impressions of this bike. It's a nice day, thankfully. We'll get him out on the road, see how we get on.
Big John, 17 stone, 6'3", currently riding KTM Supermoto 950.
Right, Big John?
Yeah, mate, you?
Yeah, good talk, buddy. Right.
What treat we got?
Yeah, this is the latest one.
Yeah.
Courtesy of the guys over at Ducati Nottingham.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Looks the business, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know if you want to chuck your leg over, see what you think of it.
It looks small.
That weighs about 200, it says about 200 kilo, give or take a few. That's got a full tank of juice at the minute.
Yeah, and it still feels quite light.
What do you think of that riding position with handlebars? Oh, that's
tight, mate.
That's tight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just having a look there.
It's snug, mate, that.
So your knees are just falling into that, aren't
they?
So Big John's out and about riding now. Just waiting for him to come over this brow of the hill, get his feedback, see what he thinks of this bike. Well, good then, brother.
I was never really a Ducati fan, but after the Monster and now this, I think I'm getting there, mate. And I'll tell you why I was never a fan is because they're like the clever kid at school. Nobody really fucking likes them because they're so clever, but you know, that's exactly like this is.
What did
You're expecting it to be good, but then when you ride it and you find out it is actually brilliant.
How did you find it for comfort?
It's a bit awkward for me.
Tiny bit small.
You know, I reckon if you did 100 mile on it, you'd be in bits after it.
Yeah.
But for everything else, mate, it's. I don't think it's as good as the Monster, though.
You're not?
No.
Right.
Probably because of the start. Probably because of the position, the riding position. But the Monster's more fun. This is more serious, like.
Yeah. Well.
And it's fast. I won't tell you what speed I did on it, but it's fucking quick.
Got a 950 in it then.
Yeah.
So what's your guesstimate on power?
What was the Monster?
115, I think, isn't it?
I'd say about 1.4. I'm going to go 148.
Sadly, brother,
yeah,
it's exactly the same as the Ducati Monster.
Is it?
Yeah. You wouldn't think so.
Is it geared different?
I don't know, but what I do know is, do you know that bit of red frame that you pointed out underneath?
Yeah.
That's the DNA from a Ducati Monster, the generation before.
Oh, is it?
So it's taken that frame and put the new fairing from the 950 onto it, but with that 950 engine in it.
That's probably why I like it so much then.
Yeah.
It's basically a Monster.
It's a Monster with a fairing, yeah. Maybe like you say.
Well, they've spoiled it then, haven't they?
So they've taken what you really like put a fairing on it.
But I could see why this would suit somebody who likes this style of bike all day. You know it's going to be good because it's Ducati and it's like, stop showing off then.
Yeah, it doesn't disappoint, does it? No, it's like, oh, bollocks, there's another good one.
Yeah.
But,
right, they're doing it right, aren't they, at minute Ducati?
So it's not quite Ducati Monster for you, but as far as
it's still a good, it's probably a 9.5, mate. If the Monster's a 10,
yeah, you're going to end up on a Ducati next, aren't you? The way this is all going.
Monster, mate, yeah.
Brembo brakes on them, this thing stops on a dime, it really does, and it's got this Olin suspension as well. Moving up through the bike then, this has got a really nice front lugger on it, nice carbon, but this is where it's at, people. Look at that, it looks absolutely fantastic. Them LED lights really do set it off. There's no doubting that you're on something special. That tank, it's got a real nice contour to it there. You can see your knees drop into that, and I'll show you in a moment. But let's take you along the top first and show you what we've got happening up here. So we've got these wing mirrors, and I noticed on Motorcycle News, they've had the same problem I have. They vibrate loads, but that one really is unusable. But what it has got is a lovely clear display. When you fire it up, nice little TFT display, but across the top, really good looking adjustable suspension on the top there. Nice, easy to use controls. It's a Ducati, it's great. But even here, you know you're on something special. They're just an amazing looking bike. And moving down, apparently it's got a new seat on. Now you can see from this position, look how slim it is there. Right, what I like to show you when we're doing these vids is what it's like to chuck your leg over these, because it's all good and well reading about them in a motorbike magazine, but what's it like for you? Right, I'm 5'8", 13 stone, and I find the seated position on this is really comfortable. It's aided by the risers that are set on this bike as standard, the drop off that's on the seat, and this is really comfy. But along with that, the way that your legs tuck in here, I'll try and show you. So as you sit onto that then, you can see there your handlebars are nice and high. You've not got any of this business where you feel like you're rocking down, and that's where this really does come into its own. But you can see, sat up, you can tuck in. I am the perfect size for a sports bike, and here's the example. So you sit back, you tuck right in, and on this you have got an adjustable screen if you want. You can get right in. It's not my kind of riding, but if it is, this can do it. Now what we've got here is potentially the world's best quick shifter that's on this bike, because that changes gear quicker than my foot can move. Now that might sound like I'm taking the mick, I'm genuinely not. That is so fast, it's absolutely seamless. By far one of the best quick shifters that I've used in the time I've been riding bikes. While we're here, you've got rear foot pegs on the back. Do you know what? I like what Ducati have done here. They made it simple. It's not integrated into anything else on this side. So if you want to take them off, you can do. While we're here, you can see the little bit of O-lins. It's something special, but so is this bike in fairness. It's a really nice piece of kit, but it's got that O-lins canister on the back. Nice single-sided swing arm. It's got them black wheels with just that little bit of red tape on it. It's a little bit racetracky that. But from the back, look at that. It's really, really tidy. With this tail tidy on as well, it makes it nice, it's clean. Let's try and get around the other side, we're not going my junk in the background. But you can see it gives it really nice, clean lines. And single-sided swing arm with an Acaprovit exhaust. Reality, you're looking a couple of grand for something like that, full system anyway. And then the absolute peach of the party, that V-twin motor, 937 engine. It's in the Multistrada 950, it's in the Hyperstrada, it's now in the Monster, it's in this. There's a reason it's in so many bikes, it's because it's absolutely fantastic. And you know what? I'm speaking fast, but for the first time I'm stood here. It genuinely is breathtaking. That is one hell of a good looking bike. So I've taken you a tour around the bike then. You've seen a little bit of the tricks. I'm not going to go into display. There's loads of videos out there that will do that for you. In fairness, it's got 3 different riding modes. It's got urban, it's got touring mode, which is a little bit easy. It's full power, but it's easier to live with. Then it's got sports mode, which is really focused. But when you're out on them open roads, that's what you want to be using. As a first-time biker, you can go to this and it is not an intimidating bike. And that I absolutely promise you. But let's talk a little bit about that ride. What is that engine like? What does it perform like on the road? I'm happy to report it's absolutely fantastic. Just like that Ducati Monster, it's got the same DNA running through it. That power plant that's in there, Ducati have absolutely got it nailed down to a T. It is brilliant. It's brilliant in every bike I've ridden, and that's not an exaggeration. The way that it's out on the road, that engine is so smooth. Yes, it's a twin, so sometimes you have to balance that clutch a little bit as you're going through town. Put it in urban mode, it sort of eliminates it. I leave it in touring mode when I'm using it. Out and about on the road, if you want to make progress, you just wind it back, boom, it'll go. It makes a beautiful noise. It's got that V2 engine that's just, it's bubbling in, it's full of energy and character under there as well. But this is next level kind of stuff. Yeah, you pay your money, but yeah, you're gonna get something that's different. I find it comfortable, I enjoy the brakes, the lights are good on it, visibility is nice on it, the display is good on it, riding position is comfortable. If I'm gonna find a negative, having the back of the cylinder right under your backside can make it a little bit warm when you're going through traffic. The way the bike makes its power is absolutely fantastic. It instills confidence, aided by them Rosso 3 tyres, and everything about it is absolute class. The suspension's great, the brakes are great. It's difficult to find any problems with it. It's another good Ducati, isn't it? Add it to the list of really good Ducatis. Just like to say then, thank you very much to Ducati down in Nottingham, continuously looking after me when I do these reviews, and thank you for keep supplying it. Thank you for you as the subscribers, if you keep coming back and watching these. I really appreciate the support. Feedback is always welcome. Thank you for all the nice comments from those that have made comments on my previous videos. Genuinely appreciate it, and I'll carry on trying to do them. If you've got any suggestions about what you'd like to see out on the channel, leave them in the notes underneath and I'll try and get back to you. I'm hoping these are getting better. Thank you very much. Take care. Get subscribing. See you out on the road. Probably going to get wet going home. See what I do for you guys. It is mint though, isn't it?